Hey everybody, Spencer here from Geek of Spades. Welcome to another unboxing, and today it's MERCS Recon Assassination Protocol. So this is the other MERCS Recon core set. This one is Kemvar versus Kizewaza. Well, not versus, you don't play against each other, but Kemvar and Kizewaza. So if you watched my counter threat video, you'll no doubt remember how huge this box is. This holds that tradition proudly. So let's crack this open and see what we've got. Alright, once again going in mostly blind now because I've done the counter threat. So same sort of thing, you get your two quick reference sheets for the Megacons, which is very cool. I still think this is great. I love it. The same rule book. There's nothing different in here. It's the same book no matter which one you get. Now these, I believe, are different. I think you get different workers in them. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but you get all your stuff there. So these might be exactly the same. I didn't really open these and take a close look. So once again, you have your tiles. We'll take a look at a couple of these. Alright, so you've got your breach and clear here, which is different from the other one. Although I think it's the same thing on both sides, now that I think about it. Mine, you might notice, is not quite aligned properly. Again, like I said, there have been reports that some issues had slipped through. I'm not too terribly torn up about it. As long as I can read everything and it's playable, that's all that matters to me. Your frame pieces are going to be exactly the same, no matter which box you buy. It uses the exact same frame, so it'll be nice to have two sets of those in case I damage something or lose one. Oops. So you get your tiles. Now these are going to be different between the sets. There might be a couple of similar ones. Mine are popping out left and right here, so I'm going to put those down. But yeah, so you get different tiles, which is nice. So buying both of them, you will have a ton of Op4 2 and 3 miniatures, and you'll have 10 of each. You'll have 4 MERCS teams, and you'll have so many tiles to play with that you'll have a lot of variety. I mean, like this one comes with the fusion reactor, which gives armor bonuses, which is really cool. So I definitely think it's worth getting both just for the replay value of having all these parts. So once again, you get your deck of cards. Like I said, I think the missions are different, and maybe some of the event cards. Movement cards might be different. Like I said, I haven't sat down and really looked through them. Same sort of thing, though. They're not really super well organized, but again, not a huge deal because I have 2 of these, so I'm going to have to separate them out and stick them all together anyway. So yeah, you get your big deck of cards. But like I said, I think the missions are going to be different. I know the missions in the mission packs will be unique to those packs, and I believe the missions in these box sets are unique, so again, more replay value because you're going to get more variety of missions. So there's those. Got your dice again. Not going to bother popping these ones out. Same sort of thing. A lot of these reds are kind of sloppy. There's a yellow burst that didn't get filled in. I could fill that in with paint, but it is a little disheartening to see so many things slip through after all the time and effort that Megacon put into making sure this was right. There was a lot of issues. They were calling out the manufacturer and getting them corrected, and I don't blame Megacon for this, but it does kind of suck to see so many misprints on these dice. Alright, so we got our player boards, so let's take a look at these. Same sort of deal. You have your I think this is starting priority or something. armor, weapons, attacks, number of attacks, command points, reserve actions, health. I think I said command points there. Command points, health, personal ability, corporate ability. I like on the back there just this matte black with the corporate logo. I think that's cool. So again, I think they're a little too thin. There's ways to fix that, and I will fix that. Here's the Waza Heavy, one of my favorite models in the game. I think it's just so cool looking. So, same thing. You get 5 Waza, and you get 5 Kemvar, and Kemvar I'm admittedly not all that excited about. I don't really care about them. I don't think they're that interesting of a faction, but that's just me. And lastly, we get into our bag of minis, and this is where things get different, like drastically, because the models, and these are going together a lot better. You can see the tab and slot there. For the Op4 are actually different between the two sets. So your Op4 2 and 3 are different models based on which set you get. So there's an Op4 3 all built up. And the Op4, they get progressively stronger as things happen in the game. So you start off against, security guards with pistols, and then guys with shotguns will show up, and then these guys will start like jumping through windows with assault rifles, and that's when you know things have gotten bad, and there's actually a level above them. But this is the Op4 2 that comes in this set, and it's a lady Op4 with a shotgun. She's one piece, and quite frankly, this is actually a really nice sculpt. I heard some issues of these being a little mushy. I'll have to take a look at all of mine, but this one here is quite nice. Plenty of detail. I mean, again, not a whole lot of detail, but enough. I'm not a great painter, so a whole bunch of extra fiddly details just going to get lost under my awful, awful paint job. The gun's a little flat looking, but whatever. It's a gun. I'm not really worried about it. So very, very happy and impressed with this. Next, we've got the Kemvar models. So here's the Kemvar leader alt sculpt. Only CCC and Kemvar got alternate sculpts, as far as I'm aware. Obviously, EU was practically all new. GCC is basically all new. But yeah, they got alternate leaders. Again, he has a backpack. But these are, very nicely detailed. Look good. Will look nice once painted up. Not a lot of flash. The assassin here has a bit on the arm, but that will be easy enough to clean up. Megacon has said, due to the type of plastic they've used, don't try and file stuff like this down. Use a knife. So I'll be doing that. Here's the heavy. This was one of those models that in metal was apparently a huge pain to assemble. And now, there he is. He's got a backpack and a head, obviously, but these on the metal miniature, like the hands were separate from the arms. The arms, I think, were separate from the body. The belts were separate from the guns and from the back and from the feeder. So this is a lot easier to put together, and I'm really happy about that. And they do have a one-piece miniature. This is the Shock Trooper. Very nice. Not a lot of detail, but it's basically just a bodysuit, so not really worried about that. So, very cool, very dynamic pose. I do like that. And lastly, we have the Waza. This is the faction I was most excited from this box set. So, it's funny. I got both these box sets, and one faction I'm kind of whatever about, and the other faction I'm all yeah about. So, it's kind of cool. But I like that. It means I've got a lot of options. So these guys are in quite a few parts. So give you an idea of some of the detail. I mean, and these guys are one of the more detail-heavy armies. Like their sculpt has a lot going to it. He's got some flash and some mold lines. So these guys will be a little hard to clean up. But I mean, this detail came out really, really nice on these guys. I have noticed, however, I have a couple of bent rifles. I'll have to take care of that. Thankfully, they're plastic, so it won't be too difficult. I found one way to do it is heat them up with a hairdryer and then just hold them in position. I'm actually fixing my ogres for Kings of War by doing that, so I'll probably do the same thing here. The heavy in this set actually comes in like a lot of parts. His torso and his legs are separate, and then you got this arm for the gun, and then you got his other arm for the gun. His gun's also bent. So yeah, a lot going on with this guy, but definitely one of the models I was most excited to get. He's got a pretty mean bit of flash right there, though. That's going to be a bitch to clean. But still very excited about these guys. I am getting a whole bunch of other models for all of these factions through the second wave of stuff. So so like other units or other characters, because I don't remember everybody that comes in this, but I know like the Waza, I believe Breacher is one of the ones I'll be getting. CCC heavy, stuff like that. So you get your bases. But those are your models. Again, I'm very pleased with. I'm much more pleased with these than I was with the counter threat with that one EU guy. That was just kind of painful. So I'm very happy that these all came out quite crisp. A little bit more cleanup on these than on the other ones, but I'll deal. So folks, there you have it. That is MERCS Recon Assassination Protocol. Again, excellent box set. Worth the money. I imagine before these start hitting retailer shelves, that all the issues will be fixed. So don't worry too much. And if they aren't, I mean, there's nothing super egregious going on. Especially in this box, I didn't have any real big issues. You noticed that my breach and clear wasn't cut or lined up properly, but one side was still perfectly usable. So, very excited to get these built and painted. And oh god, I'm gonna have so many miniatures to paint for MERCS, and get playing. This is a cool game. I'll be doing a review of it later, so keep your eyes out for that. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to check out the unboxing we did for Counter Threat as well, to check out what comes in that. Like I said, I definitely recommend getting both. They're such good value to have both of them. You're going to get so much replay value, so much variety out of it. It's definitely worth getting. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to keep it here for more MERCS. We'll be doing a lot more. I've got a bunch more stuff coming. Review of this. Let's plays in this, battle reports in MERCS 2nd Edition, a review of MERCS 2nd Edition, all sorts of goodies, probably in the next month or two, when we get our stuff here. By we, I mean me. I don't think my wife cares about this. But when I get the rest of my stuff, I'll be doing more reviews, and all sorts of goodies. I've got friends who are interested in playing this and playing MERCS Tabletop, so I've got plenty of videos lined up, lots more unboxings to do. So be sure to keep it here for those, as well as more for our other assorted games. Make sure, if you like what you see here, to check the links below to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. We post the occasional thing up there, mostly news updates, showing off new stuff we got in. So again, thanks guys so much for watching. Your support means a lot to us, and I will see you guys around.